Wait, what? Two top-tier JLP power players just pulled out of one of the most controversial battlegrounds in Jamaican politics. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will see how this shocking move could be the final crack in the JLP's stronghold in North Central St. Andrew. Let's unpack the scandal, the silence, and the real reason behind this political plot twist. Two major political figures, Delano Seiveright and Tavares-Finson, have shockingly withdrawn their candidacies for the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, in the crucial battleground of North Central St. Andrew. What's really going on inside the JLP? Is this a strategic reset or full-blown political chaos? In this expert political breakdown, we dive into the drama, the plot twists, and the silent power struggles that could reshape the Jamaican political landscape. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. The Forgotten Throne. North Central St. Andrew isn't just any constituency. It's been JLP turf for decades, ruled by none other than Carlson Muda, who's held the seat longer than some voters have been alive. But now the throne is empty. Carl's stepping down. The power vacuum, oh yes. Enter the gladiators. Delano Seiveright, the Minister of Selfies and Tourism tweets, and Tavares-Finson, the heir apparent son of Senate President Tom Tavares-Finson. Everyone thought Christian had it in the bag until Seiveright ambushed the race on Good Friday, launching a surprise application like a resurrection from political limbo. But then, just weeks later, both men vanish from the battlefield. Why? What happened behind closed doors? Inside the JLP's Meltdown machine. First, Seiveright suspends his campaign on May 13th, officially citing party unity. Translation: backroom pressure. Then Tavares-Finson, the golden boy, also withdraws. No statement, no explanation, just poof, gone. This wasn't a reset. This was a system crash. According to the JLP's statement, it was an internal review. Translation: we can't manage the bacchanal behind the scenes. So what's the real story here? Was there a clash of political egos? A backroom deal to bring in a dark horse candidate? Or maybe the party simply doesn't trust either man to hold Samuda's fortress. As one insider put it, you can't build unity when everybody feel them entitled to the crown. But the biggest twist, it's who might be replacing them that should have every voter in North Central watching their backs. Reset or coup? Here's where it gets juicy. Sources suggest the JLP is prepping for a rebrand of the constituency, possibly with a high-profile candidate to avoid internal bloodshed. This isn't just about North Central. It's a microcosm of the JLP's national image crisis. Abka Fitzhenley says consultations are set for the coming days, aka the party is still scrambling. Fun fact, Seiveright and Tavares-Finson both represent very different political brands. Seiveright, flashy, high energy, media savvy. Tavares-Finson, traditional, quiet strength, old money, pedigree. But the JLP couldn't choose between the influencer and the institution. So now they have neither. Was this a smart move by the JLP or political suicide? Let's debate it out in the comments. No holding back. my expert perspective, what this means for Jamaica's political future. As a political analyst, let me tell you, when a ruling party can't even organize a candidate selection in its safest seat, something is rotten. The JLP risk appearing disorganized, divided, and detached, and the PNP, you better believe they're watching, ready to pounce. This isn't just candidate drama, it's a signal of leadership struggles, succession uncertainty, and party fatigue. So where does this leave North Central St. Andrew? With no official candidate, voter confidence may drop. The PNP smells blood in the water, and the JLP, they've just triggered a political reset button with no plan in sight. But there's more coming. We're hearing whispers of a third candidate being groomed behind the scenes, and it might be someone you'd never expect. Subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown, because this story just start bubble. Seiveright versus Tavares-Finson. Who had the better chance of winning? Vote below with a name plus why. If you found this video insightful, give it a like and share it with someone who's watching the political chessboard unfold. Drop a comment below. Who do you think the JLP should run in North Central? And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the drama, the details, and the deep dives. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Delano, Seiveright, and Christian Tavares-Finson withdraw candidacies. JLP claims internal review. Real story. Internal chaos. Tensions between old school versus influencer politics. Constituency left without a standard bearer. Potential dark horse candidate incoming. Signals deeper party problems ahead of elections. And don't worry, I'll reveal the name of the rumored replacement soon. Stay locked in. Who should the JLP really pick to replace Carl Samuda? Name drop your pick. Best reply gets a shout out next video. So let's hear what chairman of the JLP's communication task force, Senator Abka Fitz-Henley, have to say. Let's listen up.
What will happen now is that the Secretariat of the Jamaica Labour Party will conduct a consultation with key stakeholders, including the executive and workers of the constituents in the coming weeks, as it restarts the process of finalizing a candidate for the constituency. The Central Executive accepted the decision of Messrs. Tavares-Finson and Seiveright and noted that the two gentlemen are indeed valued members of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Do you think the JLP is falling apart in North Central? Drop your theory below. I'm reading every comment. So now I'm going to play an audio excerpt from TVJ. So listen up, this one is fair use.
After weeks of tension, heated exchanges, and threats, the JLP's Central Executive has decided to go back to the drawing board to select a candidate for North Central St. Andrew. This follows the official withdrawal of Delano, Seiveright, and Christian Tavares-Finson. Andrea Chisholm explains.
So before we make Andrea Chisholm explain, I want to understand this. Back to the drawing board for what? That just don't make no sense. You have two potential great candidates. One of them, the people them a ball for him, get the seat. The other one is a resounding no and clear rejection by the people in said constituency. You know there's a saying in victory, know when to stop, because if you can't say you win or you continue to overplay your hand, you might end up lose everything. So this indecisiveness where the JLP are going with, it is very unnecessary. It's not needed, it don't make no sense. So now the JLP have to go look probably a big name where the people cannot refuse or will not refuse. You see me? A high profile, fresh face candidate where people them can say, yes, me like that person there, me want that person there, so yes, give we she We argue with him that the JLP mean when they say them are go back to the drawing board. But it is what it is. I think they know what them are do. So me could see how all of this play out. Who do you think should represent the JLP in North Central St. Andrew after Seiveright and Tavares-Finson both withdrew their candidacy? The race is wide open. So let me hear your thoughts in the comments.
A handful of JLP supporters at the party's Belmont Road headquarters on Sunday for the top-level meeting. A number of JLP officials were also spotted on the premises. Among them, the current MP for North Central St. Andrew, Carl Samuda.
I know exactly what you are worth, and I don't want you here. I don't want the Prime Minister to come and say that my constituents are out here. Please, go home. Okay, Mr. Sir. I didn't come here expecting to see people gathered here. Those days in the Labour Party are over.
Tension has been high in North Central St. Andrew since Mr. Samuda announced he would not be seeking re-election.
I think all of this is totally unnecessary. You see, if your favorite politicians did actually care about what the people say and what the people want and what the people think, they would actually allow the voice of the people to take front and center stage in this matter. Clearly, the constituents say they want Seiveright. Obvious. Them even say them are go protest if things no go their way. Zayn cool. Which put Christian Tavares-Finson in a one bad spot. Him can't get the seat none at all because the people them don't want him. If he go up in a one run off against Seiveright, Tavares-Finson are go lose. So now the party come up with the brilliant idea here. Let both candidates withdraw their candidacy to run for the seat. When the no-brainer approach should be give the people what they want. The people say Seiveright, you give the people Seiveright. Look how simple, nothing hard about that. This is their safest seat ever. Out of every seat where the JLP have, this are the safest one. Me don't know why them a play with it like that. Me don't know why them a dangle the carrot in front of the PMP like that. But me could continue listen this news excerpt from TVJ.
In one corner, some supporters want Deputy Chairman of the constituency, Senator Delano Seiveright, to get the seat. For others, Attorney-at-Law Christian Tavares-Finson should get the nod. There was also speculation that Mr. Seiveright, who has been working in the constituency for quite some time, was being sidelined. That fueled heated exchanges and threats of street protests, forcing Mr. Seiveright to hit pause on campaign activities. Following Sunday's meeting, a release indicated that Mr. Seiveright and Mr. Tavares-Finson have formally withdrawn their application to be selected as the party's candidate. TVJ News understands that Mr. Seiveright announced the withdrawal in person, but Mr. Tavares-Finson sent a letter with his father, veteran politician and attorney-at-law Tom Tavares-Finson. The release further states that the party's secretariat will now consult with key stakeholders in the coming weeks to restart the process of finalizing a candidate.
The internal war in JLP over North Central is getting messy. Who do you think is pulling the strings behind the scenes?
I'm satisfied with the meeting because, you see, the Prime Minister capsuled everything in the appropriate way and gave the appropriate advice.
Mr. Samuda has been MP for North Central St. Andrew since 1980, winning on both the JLP and PNP tickets. It's left to be seen how the matter will be settled as the party struggles to maintain unity ahead of the general election. Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Do you smell internal sabotage? Something feels off about this whole thing. What's your take? Let me hear it in the comments. Until next time, stay informed, stay sharp, and stay loud. One love, Jamaica.